Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news. Hope you and your friend. This is not a diamond, it is something far more precious in an entertainment world that moves at lightning speed, where headlines rise and vanish like waves. Love stories often flicker out before they can take root. Today's sensation is forgotten by tomorrow. And yet, there are moments that refuse to fade, images that carve themselves into the collective memory. Not long ago, Mie Mie lifted her left hand. The camera caught the light first, a delicate band, simple but unmissable, sparkling just enough to make millions hold their breath. It wasn't the cut of the stone or the size of the setting that set the internet ablaze. It was what it meant. Yu Long, in that quiet gesture, had offered her something rare, a promise that seemed to transcend the chaos of fame. In a world built on appearances, this ring was an anchor, handmade, personal, and whispered to carry a story only the two of them know. It was a declaration that even under the harshest lights, there are things still too real to be staged for hours. Social media overflowed with reactions. Some saw it as a symbol of fairy tale romance, others, as a reminder that love can still be unfiltered, unscripted, and profoundly human. And perhaps that is why the image refuses to fade, because, for once, a ring wasn't just a ring. It was a question: what, in an age obsessed with glitter, truly lasts? And maybe that's why we keep looking at that picture, not for the shine on her finger, but for the glimmer of something we all hope to find. This is not a diamond, it is something far more precious. In an industry where love stories come and go like passing storms, one image has managed to linger: Mie Mie lifting her hand, and a ring that seems to hold a secret. At first glance, the ring looks delicate, almost understated. But look closer, and you realize why millions stopped scrolling. It carries love, and it carries a story. This is no ordinary design. Woven into the slender band is the shape of a small, gentle snake, vivid yet tender, as if coiled around the finger to shield something fragile. Many were stunned by the choice. It turns out, this isn't an abstract motif at all. It is Yu Long's zodiac sign. He could have chosen a dazzling diamond, a heart, or some classic symbol of romance. Instead, he chose something deeply personal. A totem. A mark of himself. His way of saying, "This is who I am, and I place that in your hands." The ring is, in essence, a silent love letter. No declarations. No extravagant show. Just one symbol that speaks of a lifetime. If words are the shell of love, then details are its soul. And in that small, unique emblem, Yu Long left his promise: I will belong to you. I will be that little snake, forever wrapped around your fingertip, protecting you for the rest of my life. Perhaps that is why the world cannot look away. Beyond the glitter, beyond the noise, lies a truth so rare, a love story told not through spectacle, but through something as quiet and as enduring as this ring. This is not a diamond, it is something far more precious. In giving this ring, Yu Long gave himself. His past, his present, and even the future he has yet to live are folded into this slender, snake-shaped band. It is not just fingers that are linked, but his love, his memories, his life. And in that silent gesture, he made the oldest vow in the most unexpected way: you are the only exception in my life. Along with the ring came a bouquet. Each bloom turned toward the sun, chosen with care, never at random. Through them he spoke without words: I hope my world with you will always be as bright as spring. I hope that, even through wind and rain, I can stand tall beside you. These flowers were not a prop, but a mirror of his heart, quiet, steadfast, and full of hope. In a world obsessed with spectacle, Yu Long chose simplicity. Where others would chase grandeur, he turned instead to sincerity. His gentleness is not shallow, his promises lie in the details, in the way a symbol can speak louder than diamonds. After witnessing that moment, many online commented, "True love doesn't shake the heavens, it quietly moistens everything." Too often, people measure a ring's worth by its price, forgetting the weight of the emotions it carries. The tiny snake ring on Mie Mie's finger is more than metal. It is a key, opening the most private corner of Yu Long's heart. He did not choose a conventional diamond, he chose a symbol of himself, binding his life to hers in the simplest, most enduring way: a small snake, forever wrapped around her finger. This symbol means more than any jewel. A ring already speaks of eternity, but this one carries something more: a little snake, delicate and alive, like an emotion given form, winding close, clinging, and quietly protecting. With this gift, Yu Long didn't simply place a ring on Yang Mie Mie's hand. He carved himself there, his soul, his love, the years of his life all bound into a single circle. When a man offers a symbol that carries his very being, it stops being a gift. It becomes a vow. From this moment on, you and I are no longer separate. This is love that moves like water, quiet, unassuming yet deep as a rising tide. Sometimes, one smile is enough to explain everything. When Yang Mie Mie first lifted her hand, the small snake gleamed softly in the light. And then she smiled, an unguarded, instinctive smile that seemed to illuminate the whole frame. It was not a rehearsed sweetness but a happiness so real that it reached through the screen and settled into the hearts of those who saw it. Many girls dream of love like this, to be cherished, tended to, and loved with such care. And in that moment, it was clear Yang Mie Mie is loved like that. Yu Long's smile was his reply. No grand speeches, no extravagant displays. Just a gaze steady as a promise, a hand that fit hers, and a small snake coiled gently around her finger. This is the kind of love that does not need words, because it spills over in gestures and presence. In the quiet, he seemed to say, true happiness isn't luxury or spectacle. It is simply being held, completely, in someone's heart. In an age drowning in flashiness, her smile feels like a fresh breeze. It doesn't flare like a firework, but lingers unforgettable because it comes from being deeply understood and cherished. That is the gentlest, truest form of love. Some may dismiss it as just another showbiz ritual, a man giving a ring to a woman. But what makes this moment unforgettable isn't the object, it's the way feelings were expressed. The little snake ring on Yang Mie Mie's hand isn't a diamond, yet it stunned the internet in an instant. Why? Because it embodies love itself, a love that hides in every small detail. From Weibo to Douyin, comments flood in, this is so sweet it takes my breath away. He knows her too well. And that, they say, is the most romantic thing of all. Not all of us experience such tender, perfect love in life. But we still search for its reflection in the stories of others. Yu Long rarely says I love you. Instead, he lets details speak. When a man gives a woman his own symbol, it isn't just about showing who he is, it's about belonging. True love lies in the feeling, hidden beneath peace. The deeper the love, the quieter it becomes. Many can say the words, few persist with silent care. Yu Long is one of those few. He expresses love in the most unique way. She answers with the softest smile. To be understood is rarer than to be loved. Even in the volatile world of entertainment, their story reminds us, pure, sincere emotions still exist. Have you been touched by this moment? Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more heartfelt stories like this one.